Hello and welcome to another race in Sardegna A this time. So let's go through our fastest lap in qualifying as always. So so this is past the midway of the season. So things are getting interesting. Maybe not for me, but at least for my teammate, because he's still in the title hunt, I would say. So I will be trying my best to help him as much as I can. A little bit of foreshadowing there. But yeah, so let's go through some of this parts of the circuit. So first of all, I think in the circuit itself, it's kind of one of my favorites, I would say. I can do quite well over here. So far, I'm pretty much hitting my sweet spot there. Some other things in this track that I should mention is that wind really plays a critical role. It kind of changes where you need to brake. Your braking point changes a little bit, so you really have to look at this wind direction there. You can see it's now 5.6 if I can read it correctly. So wind pace plays a big role there, and the flow, especially in this sector here, is really critical. Here you want to get out in second gear, keep going upwards, then you're going to this very critical part here. You need to go very well over here. So you're going right here, then going left over here, really going near the wall there, as you can see, and going outwards there. It's really easy to understeer there. Just managed to make it work. And here braking into first gear, really very close to the wall again, second gear outwards, so you get good traction there. But yeah, so then this is going to finish the lap in itself. So I didn't make too much of mistakes in this lap. I was really happy with my time that I made, but definitely I think I could have done like at least 2/10 better. Of course, everyone will argue the same thing, but yeah, so this will give me P number 8, but of course you can see that it's only 4/10 away from the leader. So I was really happy with my effort, but let's see then how the sprint race would go. Okay, so then let's go through the sprint race starting in P8. Let's put all of our settings in there. On the left hand side you can see, on the right hand side I should say, 3, 4 and 5 lights, and away we go. Pretty okay start there, but the guys from the back is already sandwiching me. You can see both of them now in the side of me, and my teammate right in front of me. So you're gonna see why the title of the video now makes sense. So I kind of sent my teammate to the shadow realm there. I'll explain my decision a little bit. So I'm slowing it down really closely here, and actually where my teammate is braking is exactly where I'm also braking. In fact, I'm braking a little bit earlier than him because he's in front of me. But it's just unfortunate there. So pretty much get together there of unforeseen circumstances. But yeah, you can see a lot of argy-bargy there ongoing still after that incident, the unfortunate incident there. But yeah, we keep going. Somehow I still am in P number 7. Let's go through the later parts of the lap. I'm really close to Ross there, and I make a meal out of that corner. Like I said in the qualifying, that place there is really difficult to get it right, and yeah, just made a mistake there. Went to the grass a little bit, and now I'm losing momentum, losing positions. Let's jump to lap number 7. So nothing much happened at all. Here I actually didn't really fight Kellen too much, and the reason for this is because my teammate is close behind, and I decided, I felt a little bit guilty after the turn 1 incident there. Of course, rule number 1, you shouldn't go into your teammate. I still think it's not fully my fault. I think I brake exactly in the same position, just the unfortunate coming together, but regardless, I'm giving the position to Ellen. And yeah, so that's where I will finish in P number 11, just behind my teammate. Confirmation here again. So then let's see how the feature race would go. Okay, so let's start then the feature race. So I'm starting in P number 11. And of course now you see why I let my teammate go there. So he's starting now in P number 1. So whoever finished in P number 10 is inverted to P number 1. But yeah, so that's the reason why. But I think he just had overall more pace there, so that's also the reason why I let him go. But anyways, enough of being Mother Teresa. So let's focus now on the feature race. I'm now trying to get close to Chris there in the Lamborghini. Having actually good traction there, and also the slipstream is working well. So now he decided to go defensive. I'm going to the outside. Let's see if this pays off. So I'm going to the outside there, and Isaac just has a little bit of a bump there, and I think he didn't notice that I was coming in the outside there, and I was shuffled wide there a little bit unfortunate. I'm also got a bump drop there, so lucky I managed to get back a little bit of speed there. Just about managed to keep P number 11 there, but IC is very close behind me there, and I had a little bit of an understeer moment here. I think the tire was still a little bit cold, but yeah, here I'm losing a lot of momentum there coming out of that corner because of the previous understeer, and I'm losing another position at IC and just about managed to keep my position. Let's go to the later part of the lap. So Wack is having a little bit of adventure there, and he just comes close to me but just managed to get that position, P number 11. Jumping to lap number 3, so Tap is going to get a little bit of a moment here. I don't know if he gets something happening there, but yeah, I kind of go into him and someone else comes into me, so I managed to kind of get out of it pretty much fine in P number 9. Let's jump then to lap number 12. Nothing much happened in between, so I'm making a dive bomb there with K10. I was going to come into the pits here, so I decided to maybe go in front of him just in case he wanted to come in. But the McLaren is quite good in the tires, so I suspect he will keep going. Anyways, yeah, I'm kind of compromising my line there a little bit as well, but just about managed to go into the pits to do my one and only stop for mediums to mediums. Yeah, so this track is not really a tire killer like the previous race. So pretty much straightforward, mediums to mediums would do the trick. Fueling enough and coming back out very close proximity to many guys there in P number 10. In the outlap itself, I'm very close to Isaac, so maybe a little bit of a revenge from the turn 1 incident there that he kind of shuffled me wide there. Yeah, just managed to get in front of him to P number 9. Let's jump then to lap number 19. You can see I'm in 4th position. I managed to actually undercut a lot of people in the pit stop phase, but ultimately my pace was just not good enough, and you can see Anton there, very good move there in the outside to P number 5, and later on Dance also having a same kind of move. Next lap I did not exactly the same, I just kind of outbroke there myself. Good switchback, P number 6. So yeah, just like that I'm already starting my final lap. So qualifying itself, I think yeah, qualifying has always been my kind of, let's say, strong point. I'm always good in making like 1 lap pace out of it, but my race pace has always been notoriously not so good. Sprint race, unfortunate to take out my teammate there, and thereafter, yeah, just managed to let him go. So I then couldn't make too much of an impression out of the sprint race in itself, and starting from 11th in the feature, I was kind of in between the kerfuffle that happened there, as you saw as well. Yeah, so that could have been better, but thereafter pretty much I didn't make too much of faults, and thereafter it was just a little bit of lack of pace. I think I have kind of pinpointed my deficiency already. Somehow I think coming out of slow corners I just don't seem to have the traction that some people seem to show. I just need to maybe improve here. I don't know how I can improve here a little bit better. Maybe I just need to observe maybe how the top guys are doing it much better. But yeah, at least I've identified why I'm kind of losing a little bit of pace among my teammate, among some of the racers in front of me as well. Yeah, I'm just getting lousy traction. I don't know if it's also a combination because of the Lexus in itself. Maybe it could be the case. The Lexus is yeah, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, definitely some investigations needs to be done. I didn't really feel all of this in the last series of cars. Maybe it's also the physics update that was done. Maybe that has an influence. Maybe it's also some settings in the brake balance. Maybe it's some of those, I don't know. But I will definitely do some investigations on this. But solidly I will be coming in P number 6 to finish this race, which is quite good compared to where I started in P number 11. Let's look at the final standings. So I'm in P number 6, of course, as mentioned, and my teammate managed to finish in 1st, so really happy for him. That means that let's go now to the final standings, or the main standings. Yeah, so I am currently in P number 13. Again, I don't really look at this much, but the most important thing is my teammate is in P number 2. So I will do everything in my power that I can, legally of course, to make sure that he finishes top. So I'll be helping as much as I can. That's my mission for this season. But regardless, good race so far. Let's see how it goes in the next 3 races. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video.